Alright, what is up, guys? So we are back and welcome to the social media domination series. This is where I'm going to show you how to grow your social media. This series is going to be strictly on how to grow your social media and how to market yourself as a social media influencer, and how I can take you from 0 to 100,000 views or more. All right. So first of all, before we talk about the success, I want to talk about the mindset behind the success. Because in reality, the success is just a byproduct. The success is just a result. The thing that causes that result is the mindset. So if we can focus on your mind and change the way you look at things, the things on the outside are going to change. All right. So that's a little spiritual law for y'all, universal law, and it works in the real world. All right. So so here are the wrong things, and here are the correct things to do. So a lot of people that have the wrong mindset when it comes to social media and growing themselves and growing their brand, they usually have one of these three things, which is being a perfectionist. A lot of people, they're stuck in being perfectionist, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing, but it just depends on how you use it and where you use it, what point of time you use it. So a lot of people, they get stuck on trying to be, the perfect person, the perfect everything, when in reality, nobody likes somebody that is perfect. Just look at Superman, look at Batman, look at all the people who are, the people that I most look up to. They look at them because they always have a weakness. Whenever somebody is too perfect, it's just unrealistic. So it's okay. It's good to know that it's okay to have flaws. That's what makes you a human being. And if you don't, get over that, you're never gonna be able to create content at the rate you should be creating. All right. So it's okay to create errors. It's okay to do that. People who actually have the right mindset, they take it as practice. I put it right here. Take it as practice. So look at this as practice. Everything you do right now is just practice. Don't be afraid to try new things out, try new angles, try new type of haircuts. Try different new type of captions, hashtags. Everything you want to do, test it out. This is the time where you want to test everything out and see what works, see what doesn't. Because what might work for me might not work for you. And it's true. Everyone has their own way of getting to the same goal. We all have the same end goal, but there's a million different ways to get there. All right. So the second thing that stops people from creating your social media is they want and they expect fast results. So a lot of people, they go hard for like a couple weeks or maybe a couple days, and they put content out. I'm sorry about that. They put a lot of effort in the beginning, but then eventually they end up burning out, and then they end up just quitting altogether. So never, ever expect fast results. You need to take it slow and steady. Expect slow and steady results. Like I said, you just need a couple people to be watching your stuff. If you can get 3 people to watch your stuff, those 3 people can tell their 3 friends, and then those other 3 friends can tell their another 3 friends. And if your content is good, it's gonna be shared. It's gonna be shared with other people because it's gonna be creating a lot of value in their lives. So like I said, think about creating good content and not just putting anything out there. Have that mindset of like, I want to help other people out. All right. So that way you can grow at a faster rate. That's the only way that you can do it. And like I said, it might take a month. It might take 2 months. In my own situation, it took me 6 months to get from 2,000 to 6,000 followers. I mean 2 to 6 months to get from nothing to 2,000 followers. My bad on that. So 6 months, in the span of 6 months, I only gained 2,000 followers. And then from 6 months to the 8 month point, I actually went all the way to 10,000, and now I'm over 30,000. So, the faster, the more it's kind of like a snowball. Like in the beginning, it's slow. You got to push it up the hill. You got to push up the snowball up the hill. You got to push it. Once you reach the top of the mountain, then from there, all you got to do is just let it go, and it's going to slowly get momentum. It's going to be easier for you to get followers. It's going to be easier for you to get likes, for you to get shared, and you're going to know what you're doing, okay? So in the beginning, make sure that you have that mindset that it's gonna be slow, but it's gonna be steady. All right, you're building the foundation of your house. You're not building. You're not going from the roof down. You're going from the foundation to the roof. So it's gonna take time. All right. The third thing that stops a lot of people is that you take it with the mindset that you're only doing it part time, and then you're gonna tell me, okay, Ivan, but I work and something else besides being a barber. I can't do this full time. I can't just go into a different job full time, and that's okay. I understand. I understand. But what I mean by taking it as a full time is basically, let's just say you work at a job. Let's just say you work at a job full time, 40 hours a week. So out of that week, take 3 hours of that week to strictly focus on creating content and focusing on your Instagram growth. That's all it takes. Just take 3 hours out of the week, 4 hours if you can, and from there, keep going. Eventually, as your business grows, you're gonna be able to transition into it full time. So if you can't do it full time right now, that's how you have to start. So like I said, people who take it with the full time mindset are the ones who are gonna succeed, because you need to treat it that way. Whenever you're in those 3 hours every week, you're working full time on just that. Like I said, you need to focus, laser focus, and you will get it done. You will see results, but you gotta be consistent and you gotta focus. All right. So this is part 1, social media domination series. Stay tuned for the next. If you like this type of video, like the video, click the little bell button so you can stay notified and you won't miss out on the next episode. Also, if you want to book me to train you personally, for me being your coach, there's going to be a link down below where you can apply. And if we're a good fit to work with each other, then we'll work with each other, and I'll extend to you an offer to my 8-week program. All right, there's not a lot of spots. It's not available for everybody. If I get booked out, then that's it for a couple weeks. But for now, I have spots available. You click down below and book me. All right, y'all have a nice night. See you guys later.